Run, run.
Oh! You're good, get it.
What's good with y'all, man? It's your boy Tick, aka Game Fanatic, the Michael Jordan, the game, and also the Rebel YouTube Underground. And I am back with yet another video, and this time it is a different video. This ain't got nothing to do with any video games this time, man. This has to do with a video I saw on Twitter that was trending. A lot of people were upset about it. Now, I do have another video I want to talk about that is gaming. Some Battlefield news I heard about that I'm very upset about, so I will be talking about that as well later on, probably tomorrow. But I want to talk about this one, man, because a lot of people, I feel like, were frauding out there in the comment sections, acting like they're this super sensitive, hurt person. So, as you saw in the first clip, or as you see now, this little Pee Wee League football league, Jesus. I'm sorry, he's definitely smoked him, but this little Pee Wee League football league, man, they're doing a practice tackling drill. And this one kid just destroyed this other kid. Now, a lot of people were very angry and saying the coaches need to be fired. They need to get beat up by the fathers. These kids shouldn't be doing tackling drills at this age, things of that nature. And I'm sitting here wondering, looking on the outside, like, yo, do these people know that this is football? Like, that's what you do in football. I don't get how this is the problem. You tackle in football. That's one of the most important things. So they're like, well, they shouldn't be doing tackling drills. Look, how are you going to learn how to do it if you're not ready for it? Like, this is teaching these kids to get ready for this, because it's going to happen as they get older, as they play more. There's not going to be any pity pats and nothing like that. These kids are going to be trying to take each other's head off. That is what football is. Now, I don't understand the whole concept of saying that kids should not be able to tackle at 7 or 8. Why? You wear equipment. The equipment is to protect you. A lot of times getting hit like that isn't even that painful. I've been hit like that tons of times, and it didn't hurt. The most painful part is falling on the ground, not the hit itself. Now, the only hits that I can say hurt are when you stalemate a hit. So if you ever seen like a compilation of players getting knocked out on a football field, a lot of those hits are normally when they collide with each other and they don't move. So there's no transmitting of the energy or of the impact, so it just shakes your brain up, and that hurts. I've done that a few times, and I think one time I had a slight concussion off of it. My head was hurting the whole practice after that. Like, that hurts. But when you get knocked off your feet and knocked to the ground, it really doesn't hurt. I'm going to be honest with you, that equipment works very well. Those shoulder pads, hip pads, thigh pads, helmet, and butt pad, it helps very well. You don't feel any of this. So, obviously, I could tell a lot of people that were commenting, virtue signaling, acting like, what is her name? Not Maud Flanders, but Reverend Lovejoy's wife. Would someone please think of the children? Like, they were all like acting like her, trying to virtue signal, because the problem now is everybody wants to be this super caring, sensitive person for clout. And a lot of other people who follow these people, they're followers, so they're just going to follow the same narrative because they don't want to seem like the outsider, the person that everyone can point at saying, hey, he's different. They don't want to be that. Me, I don't care. I don't care what anybody says, which is why I always call myself the rebel of the YouTube, because I go against the grain. You know, if I don't believe it, I'm going to say it. If I don't agree with it, I'm going to say it. I'm not going to just, stay like, yeah, I think I don't think little Jimmy should have tackled little Johnny like that. That was horrible. I cried myself to sleep after I watched this video. No. I know that is football, and that's what goes down in football. If you don't want your kids tackling, there's flag football. It's like putting your kids in taekwondo and karate, and when there's a tournament that's get your belt, you're like, no, I don't think my kids should. I don't think it should spar against that kid. Like, no, they shouldn't do that till they're 13 years old. So what's he gonna do when he's 9 and he gets in a fight? He's not gonna know how to fight because he didn't spar. He doesn't know what to do in a real life fight situation. How is that kid gonna learn how to tackle if he has get in a real life tackling situation? You see what I'm saying? Like, come on, yo. People need to think. Now, I don't have any kids, so I'll be the first person to tell you I don't have a child to say, to really say anything. But if I did have a kid, I would know the difference of putting them in a real contact sport or putting them in flag football. Like, if I put him in, football and I saw that he got rocked, I'd be like, okay, that happened. This is tackling. It's football. But I would try to train him so that wouldn't happen again. Now, I will say the hits that were in the video, that's in the video because you're seeing it looping. The hits, they need to teach them how to tackle a little better, and they also need to teach the ball runner to not lower his head like that. Like, he literally lowered his head straight forward, and you can actually injure your neck that way. You're supposed to just dip your shoulder and keep your face forward. Like, you shouldn't be looking down. Also, the kid that got hit, he didn't go for the waist. That was one of the first things I learned when I first started playing football at 12 years old. Like, I paid attention to the coach. I'm like a sponge when it comes to sports. So whatever you say is what's supposed to go down. If you're training me on how to do it, I'm listening. So they taught us to grab the waist and then drive. We used to do a drill where we had another player stand in front of us, and we would go into our position, like our stance, and the coach would say hit, and we would drive through, grab him by the waist, and pick him up, carry him forward a little bit, and then put him back down, and then he'd go back and say hit again, and we do the same thing. That was teaching us how to tackle. So the coach definitely needs to teach them that. Now, he probably did. I'm not going to say he didn't. Some kids just don't take it and don't learn it as well. Some kids have ADD, or they're just not really paying attention, or they're just seeing what they see on TV. And like a lot of these NFL stars don't really practice those rules. They try to hit stick people typically, and maybe he was trying to hit stick that kid, but he got truck sticked, to say the least. But yeah, you definitely want to teach them that, especially if you want to, teach them how to do a tackling drill. And as for the CTE thing, man, a lot of them saying like these kids can get CTE, and people were like, yo, I did this as a kid, I didn't get CTE, and they were like, no, you definitely did because you're slow. Being disrespectful to people who didn't agree with them, because that's what people do. If you don't follow the same narrative, they attack you. A lot of them can't even think for themselves, so they can't think logically to even combat you, so they either mute you or walk away from the conversation. That's an automatic L to me when you do that. If you can't continue to go back and forth and get your point across. Yeah, they attack people, calling them slow, saying that, these kids are going to get CTE. They shouldn't tackle until they're 13 or 12, so it's okay to get CTE at 12 and 13? Like, that doesn't make any sense. They're still kids. But I digress, man. Like I said, I almost said armor because that's what we used to call it. The equipment actually protects you very well to the point where you don't even feel those hits. Your brain doesn't get jutted around as much as you would think it does. Now, it does when you stalemate. When you stalemate, your brain jitters around and it hurts. That's the only time I can say that I felt pain during hits in football. Like, I hated that if I had to go against somebody that was equal in speed to me. And they may have been smaller than me, or they might have been taller than me, but they were or heavier than me, but we just somehow stalemated because our speed and weight mass just matched. Like, I hated that. Like, it hurts. But anyway, man, let me know in the comment section below. Are you one of those parents, if you are a parent, that believes that coach should be fired or beat on because little Jimmy got destroyed by little Johnny? Because I don't think that should be the case. It's football. It's tackling. If you don't believe that should be the case, let me know as well. I'm not going to just single it out to the people that are against it. If you don't think it was a problem because it's football, let me know. Be Arsenal, quit being a dirtbag and roasting the chat, punk. Hey, yo, YouTube is being weird. Like, it's I don't know what's going on, but it's deleting or it's not showing a lot of you guys' comments. I don't understand why it's doing that. So you'll leave a comment and I'll see it go through my notification, but I don't see it on the video. So I don't know what's going on. It's not me deleting them. I don't know what's happening with YouTube, but whatever. But leave a comment. If you like the video, like, subscribe. Be on the lookout for the next video. I think I'll probably try to do it by tomorrow while I'm at work. I'll just upload it at that point. But it's your boy Tick, aka Game Fanatic, the Michael Jordan Gaming. And I'm gonna be gone. Bye.